good evening. I have everything up still from the don-athon. Hello! Hi! How's it going? Mic test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Soul to earth. Hi, Goldie! Dara-san, こんばんはです。セオル来ました。セオルです。Hello! I'm sorry I'm late. I was, well, I thought that food would come faster. It was supposed to come like an hour ago. And the guy kept on calling me. So I was like, like, what is it? And when I finally picked up, I realized I gave him the wrong address. I gave him just like fully the wrong address. So he had to kind of go adventuring to find. Oh, hello. Hi, Supergram. Thanks for the 1,000 bits. Our beautiful souls return. Hi, Ark. Whoa. Hello, girl. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome. Oh, and my alerts are like behind. What? Hazel, thank you for becoming an anomaly. Welcome. Did you know so cute and your face cute? Wow, Jake! What? Hey, Jake! I can't believe Jake still lives. Hello! I have to turn things off because they're not relevant anymore. Like, this timer's not relevant. And, what's this? Oh, this is not relevant. What's this? This is not relevant. Many things that are not fully relevant. I mean, that's kind of relevant. Yeah, this should do it. Is Jake not supposed to live? No, he can live. I never said that he can't live. So this is not an 8-hour stream. Definitely not. I'm just here to do tarot readings and hang out. How do I get a tarot reading? I guess to keep it fair, I have some people left over from the... Why is Miffy so barky today? Miffy, come here! Hello! Come here! She's barking at the neighbor's dog. Come here! Miffy! Get up here. I'm gonna light your mustache on fire. Come here. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're a bad girl. Come here. Come here. Okay. Oh, it's so funny when I have my earphones in and I pick Miffy up. There's like the static crackle in my earphones. There's like a static crackle. Like there's like static electricity because like Miffy's so fuzzy. But yes, no 8-hour stream. It's just me hanging out. But okay, so for tarot readings, I have some people from last time that I still need to get through. So if anybody there would like prio, I think I'll probably do those first. And then afterwards, if you want to get your tarot read, you can either guarantee it with, I guess to keep it safe, like $50 donations. But it's not a don-athon, so how do I do it for free? Do you have channel points? Do you guys have channel points? What if I put in a tarot reading channel point? Should I do that? I think that's the smart way to do this. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Stream. Oh wait, no. Twitch.tv. Okay. Man, I updated my Microsoft Edge and everything is light mode lately. It's so weird. 100K? I don't think it needs to be that expensive. We still haven't recovered from the Minesweep reverse. I'm so sorry that I did that to you. What the? Hey, Taurus, welcome! Hello. Are you happy today? Okay, viewer rewards, power-ups, and channel points. How much should a tarot reading be, guys? How much should a tarot reading be? 호라이즈님 안녕하세요. 50K? 50K makes sense. 4.2 50k どうですか？ 50k でしょうか？じゃあ 50k キラ欲しい Tarot reading 50,000 okay よし and then yeah okay I did it 50k is like a year worth of soul streams. That's not true. That's not true. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, Miffy, can you get down without barking like crazy? Okay, go. Okay. You stream so little, really? I feel like I stream a lot. I feel like I stream about as much as Maya streams. Is that right? Maybe I'm gonna throw something at you. Stop barking. She's very yippy, this stupid dog. Okay, so I haven't really got my tarot set up. But let's go and we'll figure it out from there. Whoopee! Hello! Oh my god, Sue is still on the screen. Bois.png. Bois.png. Oh, okay. There's like text and the timer. Get rid of the timer. And then video capture device. Okay, guys, let's turn on the camera. Let's turn on the camera. And then cinema. And then I'm gonna do it on the screen. Oh wait, but it's not actually plugged in. Oh! Did you guys know setting up hand cams is actually so hard? Thank God I have this camera for Mark, because otherwise I would never do hand cams. Okay. Alright, it's plugged in. And then okay. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. And now it's Hall. Oh, okay, here. Alright, cool. Okay, we're getting somewhere, folks. We're getting somewhere. Hi, Kaito. Okay, I can do that. And then if I drag it closer, this is more or less a accurate-ish view of the tarot, I think. Maybe it's too far. If I do this, it's a bit closer. Yeah. Okay. I think I like this setup. This is not bad. This is truly like an okay-ish setup. It'd be better if it could be like straight though. But then it's in the way. I wonder how other streamers do this. I wonder if they like, I mean, I don't mind having it right in front of me. It's just a little bit weird. Okay. Yeah, because then it's like in between my arms when I'm doing it. Do you guys want to be in between my arms, or do you want to be to the side a little bit? What do you think? What do you think? I don't hate having it in between my arms, but there's like infinitely more chance that I'm going to dox myself. Between? Okay. Infinitely more chance of just like, oh wait, no, but then I can't use the model because it's in front of my face. Wait, abort. That's not an option. JK. Okay. Hand count as a VTuber is actually so hard. Ah! The camera fell over. It's like on a tripod. It's falling over. Okay, you know what? It's just gonna it's gonna be right next to the hanky instead, I think. Yeah, this is a little bit better. All right. Okay. Okay, I think that should do it. But just in case, I'll turn it on and then bam. Uh-oh, the focus is bad. Hello, focus. Hi, you guys see me? How's it going? You see my keyboard and a wire? It's like not actually a very aesthetic setup. Not a super aesthetic setup here. Hi! I'm wearing, it's cold, so I'm wearing my sweater. It's high-key too long for me, but that's okay. Done! Here's the tarot. I keep on putting it back into like the sleeve, but I feel like I probably don't have to do that. Give me it all! How's it going? I need an overlay specifically for tarot reading, I think. Oh, this is like high-key super uncomfortable. Okay, what if I like move you? I could just move you over. Yeah, this is fine. This is very comfortable. Okay, great. Great. I'm kind of chaos today. The nails, oh, do you like them? They're Christmas themed. It's like a wreath. And this one is a Christmas tree wreath. And I don't know what that is. That's just a blob. And then this is like a branch of a tree. And this is whatever that is. Christmas themed. Done. My cool book. My cool book of answers. And here's the tarot cards. You're cute. I always wondered, but like, do guys also like it when like, do you guys also like cute nails? Or like, I guess I should like expand that question, but like, as a viewer, do you like watching cute nails moving around on the screen? It's nice to see. Ah, I didn't really put much thought into like what it would look like on stream necessarily, but I think it shows up very cute. 好きです。そうなんだ。可愛いネイル好きなんだ。へえ。やってみようとは思ってなかったんですか、一度も? I can appreciate cute nails, but I wouldn't put them on myself. Hey, how come? We should put it on you. What? Oh my god, we can put little base themed nails on you. It would be so cute. On Azimuth, I would 3D print his nails, I think. What is it that Lumpy says? There's that emote of her where she's like doing this with her hands. It's bonita. Next time I'm in Canada, hell yeah, we'll take you to my nail salon and ask for base themed nails. Cute is justice. あ、そうなんだ。So what if someone is cute but evil? Is it still justice? I would be low-key interested in painting my nails, but with how much my hands get dirty at work, don't feel like it'd be worth it. So is that so? That's such a shame. But like, it's not about it being worth it, you know? It's about like, does it make you feel happy to see it? If you look down and it makes you even a little happy, you should paint them. What if they gave base-themed nails instead? Huh? Oh, bass! The fish? Ah, speaking of, they played Christmas Jeopardy at work today, and they divided us into 2 teams. And I got only one question right, and it was, what is the traditional Eastern European food that they have for Christmas? And everyone was like, roast beef? Salmon? And I was like, it's carp, guys. They have carp. And I got it right. Now, I didn't know who Lucy was. I didn't know what the Grinch's dog's name was. But I did know the carp thing. Bathtub carp? Really? We just had bathtub carp when I was younger, even though I'm Asian. Hi, Lucky. Oh, bathtub carp. 손난다. I don't know if it's a carp though. When I was younger in Vancouver, we used to go fishing in like small lakes. And there's this kind of black fish that has whiskers in the lake, and we would catch them, and my parents would put them in the bathtub. But one day I secretly felt bad for it, so I released it into the wild ecosystem. Probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe? I don't know if it's a catfish. I don't think so. It was black. Are catfish black? Are catfish black? I think today's gonna be like really chill, guys. There's a hare. What the hell? Where'd you come from? Maybe it was a catfish then. Catfish だったのかな? You guys want to hear something good? I gained followers during my little mini debut over the weekend. I gained 100 followers. I'm very happy. Oh, Rikoji-san! Hello. I've returned and I'm trying to shuffle, but it's not shuffling. It's getting fucked up, guys. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh yeah, Miffy also say oh no. Miffy. Okay. Oh yeah, guys, did you see? I'm just yammering at you while I'm shuffling. Did you guys see that the Build 42 multiplayer for Zomboid came out today? Miffy! Now I'll go get her. This brat. Hey! You! You will stay on the bed. You will not bark and you will not go outside. Punishment. Why are you guys woofing in the chat? You want to be told you're a bad boy too? 무서운 말 들은 적이 있어요. 개가 벽 보고 짖으면 벽 뒤에 쥐가 있다는 전문가의 말. 근데 저 쥐 좋아해요. 아주 귀엽다고 생각하거든요. 쥐는 괜찮습니다. 제 생각으로는. 좀 더럽긴 하지만 좀 뭐라고 하나? 미키마우스도 좋고요. 그냥 쥐도 좋아해요. 제 친구들 중에서 쥐를 기르는 아이가 있는데 가서 쥐랑 놀고도 해요. 저희 어머님이 쥐를 싫어하시거든요. 와. Silverfield bark. Okay, I think I might have, maybe I shuffled enough. I don't know, I'm just... Yes! Okay! Alright, shall we do some tarot card reading? Who's in here? Okay. So I owe Aizen Bunny one, Waffler, Viper, Tensei, Ark, Ryeth, Rinion, Kura Blackfeather, Ice Witch Sky, Garland, DSP Blue, and Zalren. Anybody? If you can call that shuffling. I thought I shuffled pretty well. You didn't think so? I mean, it's like, it's too big, so I just separated and I, you know? I separate it like that. Everything upside down, actually. Hi, Bisky. I squashed my card by accident. He's just jelly that I can't shuffle as good as he can't shuffle as good as I can. Hell yeah. I can shuffle. It's just poorly. The cards are actually travel size, but Seol is tiny. Hey, that is so not true. I'm shuffling like a normal person. Normal person shuffling. Oh, hi, Johnny. What's with the $10? You wanted to gacha? Just gachaing at the top. Okay, I think I saw Asian Bunny. Are you here? Asian Bunny, do you want a tarot reading? Have you thought about what tarot reading you would like? What question would you like to ask the cards? Pose thy inquiry. Hi, Kiri. Oh, I think you opened up a ticket in the server, right? I will get back to you soon. And thank you for the water. I have water. The cards are cute. Thank you. I also like the cards. I think he's thinking, possibly. Wait, let's do a roll call. Oh, what everyone else did, which is what will 2026 sex? 2026? 2026 be? 2026? 20? Yeah, okay. Damn, congrats on next year. I am down for that. Oh my god, I can't shuffle, guys. I'm bad at shuffling. And that's a lot of sex. Your face is a lot of sex. Because it's sexy. Yeah. 2026 game long. Stop. What is there to love about action anyway? Action is just action. What's sexier is love and peace. Yeah. The sexiest thing you can do is be loving and peaceful. Okay. We're gonna do Asian Bunny. Wait, before I do, I'm actually gonna type out. I'm gonna type out everyone's names onto the, so that if they come in, they can see. Okay, Asian Bunny, Saran, Sky, DSP Blue. Who else? There's also Garland, KUREIJI, Garland, Rinian, Riot, Arc, Tensei, Viper, Arc, Tensei, Viper. Oops, I misspelled Viper's name. Waffler, and that's it. Okay. So we can have this list handy, so I don't have to keep on going back to this spreadsheet. Eating. Ah! I locked myself out of my computer. I am chaos today, guys. Whoa. Okay. Salt and pepper chicken. Delicious. Okay. How shall we do this, Asian Bunny? I think we'll do your present state, issues you might encounter in 2026, and how to unblock them. So the 3-card spread. Do you have a preference where you want to draw the cards from? Top, bottom, middle? I want to get a tarot reading to ask the cards if Sol respects me, but the answer scares me. Top? Okay, so top. You want to get it from the top for all 3? Is tarot reading still open, or is the backlog long? Oh, the tarot reading is open. It's open through donation, or it's open through the redeem at the bottom. Okay, top for all 3. I did spend a long time shuffling, so it should be fine. Okay, tarot. All right, Asian Man, you gotta do this with me. We all gotta do this together, or else it's not gonna imbue the heart into the cards, okay? All right. Tarot, oh tarot, what is Asian Bunny's 2026 going to be like? How can he have a good 2026? That's me doing beam into it. Okay. Lucky bee. Okay, Asian Bunny. What state is he currently in? What has he been up to? Show! Whoa! You got right side up death. No. Death is not a bad thing, okay? Death is not a bad thing. Like, what death is just the end of a cycle. It just means it's the end of a cycle. So it might mean that currently you're going through some big changes in your life. Maybe it's just kind of like at the end of something, so it's time that you're moving on from something. It could also mean that you're transitioning, transforming, and letting go. So you're in like this period of big change, because this is major arcana, right? So you're in this period of big change where you're kind of like transitioning into a new project, a new period, or some sort of new situation. So that is Asian Bunny currently. In 2026, what kind of issues might you encounter / problems? So let's see. What's your problem card? Oh! Is that the Emperor upside down? Oh shit. So the Emperor is a figure that shows up like when we're talking about like they call it like masculine energy, but it's also another major arcana. But it might mean that there's a few different ways to look at it. But think of it like as like toxic masculinity. Which is kind of a bad way to put it, but it might mean that, for example, that you might encounter either a person or a situation, or you yourself might end up a little bit domineering, maybe a little bit reckless or rigid. It could also mean that there's like maybe some power struggles, possibly maybe immaturity in 2026. Overall, it means that there's some sort of like push and pull related to maybe like flexibility or your ego. Yeah, so that's what it means upside down. If it's right side up, it kind of means the reverse of that, but it means that you're going to encounter some sort of like power struggling with something. The thing that comes to mind is like, for example, if you're working in a corporate job, they might be mandating you to return to office. Okay, so considering you're in a time of big change, considering there's some power struggling in 2026, what do you got to do to actually have a good 2026? So what's some advice? John, you got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands kind of means that you have like vision, might mean that you have some boldness. I've talked about like the wands before, but the wand signifies kind of like it's an air sign. It's the air suite. So the king is usually kind of like it comes at the end of the suite, generally means like the end of that entire cycle. It's the end of development in terms of like spirituality, intelligence, usually refers to like the mind. So it can mean, you know, there's a bit of like an optimistic outlook into your future. Also means that you might take control back. It kind of flows very nicely from this card. So, you know, your power struggling here, your power struggling here, big changes. And then in 2026, you need to take control back and have a sense of optimism about yourself. Don't lose strength. And also, you know, like be daring and be bold to have a good 2026. And I guess it must mean that be bold enough to refuse the return to office mandate. I work with family, luckily. Thank God. So maybe the power struggling then has to do with family. It might have to do with work. I can't really say exactly what area of your life it comes up in, but it could also mean with family, with friends. Could also just mean with yourself that there's a bit of an inner struggle happening. But you know, this card seems to imply that you're a bit of a natural born leader. You have charisma, and by personality you're pretty daring. So you just have to make use of those already naturally born talents and personality traits in order to overcome the struggling and the immaturity in this card. He's got the power. I think it was a pretty high level reading this time, but I will say you got 2 major arcana. You got death and you got an upside down, the emperor. So you got some big forces working. This is big adversary and big situation. Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting me read you. Gotcha fueled you. He gotcha. Okay, so that is funny. Who else? Anybody else from this list online today? I think I see Ryeth, and I could have sworn I saw a Tensei. Rai, you want to ask a question? Ask the cards a question. Ask it. Tatakae yume wo kakiatsume. Maybe I should turn on like mystical BGM. I think the problem with me and tarot though is like I am not a very mystical person. I'm just like existing. There. Nice and vibes. You like it? Okay, cool. We'll play the slightly more chillax music. I'm just waiting for Rai to come up with a question, but while she's doing that, I'm actually going to take a look through and kind of right side my cards and then reshuffle them, and we'll see how it goes, because I think a lot of them are just like upside down from past readings and clumps. I'm not into that. Yeah, see, all of those are upside down just now. You thought females were mystical beings? Really? I took civil engineering in school, so I'm really like hard facts. Oh, you know the thing that drives my roomie insane about me is we'll get into fights and she'll be like, oh, like you don't get it, like you just like you're always just coming up with solutions, and I'm like, well, I don't know, isn't that why isn't that why you brought this up to me? And she's like, no, stop solutioning. And I'm like, how? And it like, for me, like, it feels like hocus pocus. I'm like, oh, you want me to like hocus pocus, listen to you, talk about feelings? So touchy-feely. Yeah, I'm like very confused. I'm not even like disdainful about emotions, right? I'm like, oh yeah, feelings to me just are. Like, they're a variable that you input into the equation as you're trying to get an output. And they're like unavoidable, right? Like, you can't just erase feelings from the picture. So I'm always like, yeah, you know, like, I acknowledge them, feelings exist. Oh, something that used to drive her insane. She would come like yell at me about like not doing the dishes or whatever. And I would go, are you on your period? And we would fight so hard about it. And then I found out, I think in the last few years, like for me, I'm just asking because I'm like, oh, that's like a variable that I should keep in mind, right? But like, I'm not like saying she's acting crazy because she's on her period. I'm just saying, oh, like, well, are you? Because like, that would help me to understand what you're going through in this moment, right? And she's like, yeah, whereas like me and Super Grump get on because I think we just tend to, like, when we're talking about things, we just start solutioning on the spot. I sound like a dude, bro. It's so not true. For those with this issue, a big tip is just ask someone what someone wants out of the talk. No, it doesn't work, because sometimes I'll be like, well, what are you looking, like, why are you saying this to me? Like, what are you looking for? And she'll be like, well, if I have to tell you, then there's no point. She'll be like, if I have to tell you what it is, then there's no point. I want you to figure it out. And I'm like, war. And I get where she's coming from, right? Because like where she's coming from is like, oh, like I don't want you to put the emotional burden of having to explain my feelings to you all the time. Like, I want you to be able to understand why I would be like reasonably upset in this instance, right? Like that's what she's talking about. But again, I am a civil engineer background, so I'm just like, I mean, you could just tell me. And you know, if I want to tell you something, I'll tell you about it. She also hates when I start explaining myself. She'll be like, blah, 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 you do this and you do that. And I'm like, oh, well, I just do that because of blah. And she's like, why are you arguing with me about it? I'm like, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you what I think and feel. You sure that ain't your girlfriend? Yeah, no, that's my girlfriend. That's my fiance. Not even girlfriend, that's my fiance. I'm gonna marry this person. I don't think explaining though has anything to do with maturity in my head, because like I think all of us associate emotional how to put this, a lack of emotion, I think, in Western culture gets translated to maturity. So being able to like turn down the temperature and like interact. Whereas like I think some people are just wired to have big emotions, and it bleaches in because it's like so big, right? But I don't think people are wired to be immature. Why did you say roomy? I don't know. You're mansplaining. Yeah, actually, you're so right. I start to mansplain, but I'm a woman. I so have that problem. Like, so like, she'll be like, oh yeah, and then like this happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happens because of blah 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 blah. And she's like, why are you explaining this to me right now? Aren't you somewhat autistic? I'm so autistic. But, you know, I'm also, I think, cognizant enough as a person and maybe as a partner to understand that, like, we just communicate differently. I actually think Sue's really, like, way more mature than I am because, like, I think when things don't go my way, I'm quicker to get upset. So, like, I always want things to be really like really devoid of emotion. I want things to be like a flat line, you know? Oh, thank you for pinning it. Your artistic creative work be for the next year. Ooh, we can do another 3 card for that. Personally, I think feeling but not being controlled by emotions is the mature thing. Why do you always say good things here in this channel? I totally agree. I think Sue's really good at not being like controlled by emotions, whereas like I'm probably not like that. And like I think it just presents differently in me. Like I just like come off kind of like, you know, like I don't come off emotional, but I come off a little bit like probably belligerent when I'm upset. But half of that is just whatever solution you had not working, because I also get that frustration super easy. Yeah, I think the thing that really annoys me though is like, I don't like feeling like I'm not being listened to. Like if I'm trying to express myself and other people are like not listening, I don't like that. And I think I don't like feeling like I hate repeating myself over and over again. I have some pet peeves. And then the last one is like kind of feeling like whatever I'm trying to solution something is like not being taken seriously. Okay, right. I'm gonna read you in 3. So it's gonna be it's gonna be your current state. So how is your artistic / creative state right now? And then number 2, it's going to be issues that you might encounter next year. And then number 3, it's going to be what can you do to avoid those issues? Okay. Where do you want to draw from for your current state, your issues, and your advice? Bottom, top, middle. Okay. So bottom. So that's not the bottommost card. Okay. Bottom. Top. And then middle. All right, you guys ready? Gotta do it. Gotta do it to them. Cards, oh cards, how will Rise creative endeavors be next year, and how can she make them go well? Ooh, beam. Okay. All right, right. How is your creative state currently? Let's see. Beyond King of Pentacles. Ooh, interesting. Pentacles is the earth sign among the suites, so it generally points to being like very grounded. You know, usually has to do with like material wealth. I think it's a little bit far away from like creative states, so it could kind of mean there's 2 ways that you can read this. I think it could mean like, you know, that your creative state's very stable. So it could mean that, you know, right now you're like more or less happy where you're at. Maybe it might just be kind of like middling, and it's not really like changed in a while, so it's very stable. The other way that you can think about it is that like it's more or less kind of like there's a security. Like you kind of feel like, yeah, like I could maintain whatever state I'm in currently. And you know, like I kind of maybe even a little bit of resistance to change. Like I kind of am happy wherever I'm at, but kind of reaching a point where you need some change. I think that's how I would interpret that card. And then for issues that you might encounter in 2026 is, oh, finally someone pulled it. It's the tower. It's the tower. So I think you can tell from the image, but the tower usually is a card of big change. It's big change, big change. So it means like basically radical shifts to the point of maybe even destroying your foundations. It also means like chaos and disaster and sudden realization. So I think when it comes to like creative flow, what it could mean is that like you suddenly hit like a sudden revelation about something that you've been stuck on for a while in terms of like creativity, and so it kind of wreaks havoc on your creative like process. So it like kind of like you're gonna have to like build it anew a little bit. So this is major arcana, so this is a big one. And I think it's actually really awesome that you pull it after this point of like stability, because it means that like here it seems like you're kind of ready for a change. And look, 2026 is big change. So maybe you're about to endeavor into something new. I'm not Doom. Your face is Doom. So rude. Who's the bunny of Doom? I'm not even a bunny this time. I have dog ears. Okay, and then what is some advice to get you through the tower? Done. Whoa! 2 of Cups! So this one's actually considered a soulmate card. So it means unification basically, and harmony and mutual respect. Also means like joining forces with something and close bonds. So it could mean and you know, I don't want to like interpret the way that you like to create, but for me, I think my creativity really took off when I met Sue. Not only as like a romantic partner, because obviously we weren't like into each other at first. Okay, no, actually, I should rephrase that. She was into me. I wasn't thinking of her that way. But like, I think it might mean that you find somebody that's gonna help ignite a creative spark and is going to help you weather and all the bad falls here. Or it could also mean that you find some sort of like inner harmony, right? I like to think that this is a chance meeting, because cups is like the suite of emotion. It's the suite of relationships, of partnership. So like I think it means that as you kind of like journey into like your new creative endeavors in 2026, that it might be worth it to try stepping out of your comfort zone to like find somebody who can give you like that creative ideaship or that brainstorming that is going to help you take off even more. I think something really also cool about the cards that you've pulled, Rai, is like, so tarot always goes in cycles. Like it's like, you know, for the major arcana, it starts with the Fool and it ends with the World, and then it loops again back to the Fool, right? And then in the minor arcana, it starts with the Ace and then it goes all the way up to the King and then it loops again. So you actually start here with the King of Pentacles, which means like to me, it points towards the end of a period of stability, because the King, he's the end, right? And then you'll see over here, you have the Tower, which is a sudden change. And then suddenly you kind of go over to like this card of emotional harmony. And then it's a low number again, right? It's 2. You're just starting off that cycle again. So I think it means just like a new period of creativity and artistic expression. Yeah! How cool! I hope your 2026 goes so well. Oh, by the way, if you guys ever want to like screenshot the reading or like clip it, you guys are super welcome to. And I know some people want to hold on to them for their own purposes, so. Yay! Thank you for playing. Alright, who else is here? Waffler, Rinion, Kuro, Shining Arc, or Tensei? Are any of you guys here? Hey Snaz, long time no talk. How are you? Ah! Are you sure? Thank you. Arigato. Checking in before I eat. Ah, you're eating so early. Good night. Thank you. You're just checking in by gifting subs, huh? Is that how people in this channel check in on me nowadays? Naruhodo. I've almost got my question settled on finally. Okay. Then, is Shining Arc here? He was here earlier, but I think I might have started stream too late and I missed him. Or Tensei? Bisky! Hooray! You have a sub! I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Shy. I was wanting to get Bisky a sub, so this is awesome. Yatta! Now we just need to get one for show, unless he's just like not showing that he's subbed to me. Ha! Not showing because show dake ni not showing. Yippee! Show hasn't subbed in 6 months. That is a-okay. You know what? Even if you sub, 250 of it goes to Twitch, so only if you want the amounts. And clearly, Show doesn't care about my amounts, so. I think Viper is probably in bed. Waffler? Is Waffler here? Or Zauren or Sky? Or Kuro? Oh, Rivian, you finalized! Next year, I want to switch jobs so I can move easier. So my question would be about my job prospects. Wow, kita! Career! I've been wanting to do a career reading. Okay. どうしよう。I'm gonna do 4 cards for Rivian. Because I haven't done a 4 card in a bit. So the way that it's gonna be, I'm going to read. I'm gonna read. Actually, 3 card probably makes more sense here. Your present. So, what is your job state like currently? Number 2, I'm gonna do. Like what is it looking like in the future? And then number 3 is like a little bit of advice. Okay? So present, future advice. Okay, let's go. Oh, go cook steak, Crow. It's okay. You didn't have to come apologize. Where do you want to draw from, me? Switching jobs, huh? I'm also thinking about switching jobs. Maybe I'll be a full-time streamer. I'm kidding. Hi, Aspie. How's it going? 3rd, 7th, your choice. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does a reading. The steaks will be burnt by the time you get this reading. No! Not those steaks. They deserve to be good. Okay, I'm gonna pull a random one. Yeah. Okay. Alright. We gotta do it, guys. We gotta do it to him. Cards, oh cards. What will Ree's job prospects look like in 2026? Please give us some advice so that they go well. Beam! Okay. Oh, Mii-chan, she's barking again. She didn't like the job prospects question. All right. What are you currently at with your career? Reveal! Ah! The Queen of Wands. So I won't get like too deeply into it because I already talked about the wands a little bit. Because I know we got the King of Wands earlier, I think. But you know, wands is about like intelligence. It's about inner spirituality. Basically, think of it as anything that's happening inside of your mind. I think is the good way to think about it. It's air sign. Generally, what the Queen of the Wands is going to signify is you're kind of at the end of one of your cycles. It also means that currently you're feeling pretty optimistic. It could mean that, like, overall speaking, you're feeling very, like, more or less self-assured. And that I think this is because we're talking about jobs, right? I think it means in your current job. So you've kind of been in your job maybe for enough that you've kind of gained some confidence, some independence. You're kind of nearing the end of a cycle. Maybe you're ready for something new. Makes sense, kind of relative to what you said. Overall, you're feeling kind of determined and optimistic about the future. So that's what you've drawn here. So what are the actual job prospects looking like? So this is going to be your future card. So what are we thinking? What are we going to see? Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles is actually really good to draw when it comes to like career stuff. So I think the Nine of Pentacles is really great. It comes right after the 8, which is obviously a very balanced number. So the Nine of Pentacles is a sign of material and financial success. So it means that, you know, in your future, in terms of like the job market, it could mean that you have rewarded efforts, you see some success. It's also that, like, you know, a card of achievement. So like it looks like it's looking really good in terms of achieving the job that you want in the market. It's also a card of like financial independence and abundance. So it might be that you hit the job market and like, oh wow, it turns out that there's all of these jobs that you can choose from, and maybe also a pay raise. It's actually so good for the question you asked, like SSR, you are. So there's that one. And then one piece of advice for you. Ooh, the King of Cups. I love this card. I think this one is so informative. So it kind of points to somebody who's like very emotionally stable. It also probably means that you're very balanced and compassionate. So it's basically advising you that this is the type of person that you want to be in order to secure like a good like career success. So you want to aim to be somebody who's like going to come off like you're very stable, emotionally balanced. Maybe like that empathy skill that you have is going to come in really, really important. And overall speaking, like you want to exercise compassion, a compassionate aura, and it should help you kind of reach this cool future that's being predicted. I'm gonna just point out though that like you have overall just a really good balance in your hand. Like you have the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. And these are all minor. So it's actually very interesting like that they're minor arcana, because like major arcana usually means it's like a big influence, and these are more like smaller everyday day-to-day influences. So it's kind of like pointing towards that like there's nothing drastic that's going to happen, but if you keep on working at it, it should pay off in the long run. Why? I hope you like your reading. I really like it. I like how stable it is. I think this is your lucky card, Ree. 9 of Pentacles. Yatta! Daily stability can become daily wealth by daily kindness. Yeah! Congratulations on a good reading. I'm seeing some interesting readings today, guys, don't you think? These are super cool. Yay! The cards are so much more optimistic about jobs than I am lately. I'll have to learn from them. You know, I'll tell you this as somebody who's like, I'm a business consultant full-time, right? And I like to think I'm pretty good at my job, but I actually think that the job market right now is, I mean, it depends on the sector, but I think it actually is not as bad as the news is making it out to be. Like Canada, for example, actually is seeing increasing jobs. And like I think actually the US markets in certain states are actually doing quite well too. So don't be too pessimistic. I think the one industry that's really suffering is the US tourism industry. I was looking at some stats for jobs there, and it might not be the place to be right now. And also car manufacturing is suffering a bit, but it's been suffering for a long time. You got this, Ree. You got this. Okay, do we have anybody in the list at the top right who would like a reading? If not, we're going to actually just turn into bullet journaling. Question, is a tarot reading for subs only? Actually no, it's these are left over from the don-athon that I did on Saturday. But there's a channel point way to get them. Oh, Yunjung, hello! Hello, hello! How are you? We're doing tarot card readings. I wonder if there's a way to... Supergram, do you know if Stream Elements has a way of like opting in to something and then random drawing somebody? Like a draw command? We could just do a couple random draws for a tarot reading. Oh, you redeemed a reading? Really? Huh? What? New to this channel, did one with channel points. Yo, you had 50k? Oh, and Kuro as well. Okay, we have 2 more and then we can go do bullet. Okay, let's do new to this channel. What is your question? Ideally something a little bit open-ended. Had to revitalize the point economy. そうなんだ. What question do you have to ask the cards today? No, Johnny, your channel points. I already gave you a reading though. I don't know if you need much more in the way of readings. Hi, Kadan. Yeah, he definitely isn't new to the channel, I'll tell you that. I think the easy questions to ask the cards is like finances, love life, career. Oh, Rory has a tarot reading too. Yosha. Oh, Yunjung, you want one too? Okay, okay, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. Oh, and also runs you a little gacha in the top right for the dono. Okay, let's see. I've been leaning towards career, but I think too much about work. So general life, establishing myself and such. Right now, I'm in a period of a lot of change. Positive. Think. Yes, so you want me to read, you know, what is, what kind of question should it be? Change. So maybe we'll do like a general reading for you that's about like establishing yourself. And how is that going to go? So we'll do the same 3 card. So we'll do here what is your current status? Here, we'll do what's the future looking like? And then here, we'll do advice. Okay? Where would you like to draw from? Tell me, where would you like to draw from? Hi, Zalran. Oh, yours is up there too. Hi, Ari. I thought Ariman's name was Le Merchant, but it was Méchant. Ariman Le Méchant. Hello. I'm waiting to hear from new to this channel where he wants to draw the cards from. Top, middle, end. Top, middle, end. Top, middle, end. I thought Ariman was Harima. Middle, right in camera view, left in camera view. Huh. So middle. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, okay, all right. Well, let's do it. Middle, right in camera view. Left in camera view, like this, right? It's from the top but like scrambled. Okay, cool. All right, you guys ready? Let's do it together. Cards, so cards. How is new to this channel's next wild going to be like as he tries to establish himself? Will it go well? Can we have some advice so it does? Thank you. Okay. Beam. Okay, let's see. Where is he at? Oh, Six of Pentacles. So, Six of Pentacles. Again, Earth sign. Generally, it's going to point towards like material wealth or something physical in your life. The Six of Pentacles is really good. It's a very balanced number, 6, right? So usually it means that right now that there might be a sense of like support. You might be relying a little bit on your community as you try to establish yourself. Might also be relying on the generosity of a certain somebody in order to kind of get your foot out the door. It's also a card of giving and receiving and material health and material help and gratitude. So it kind of seems like somebody is giving you some sort of material help, and you're feeling good about it. Like you're feeling grateful, and it's like a give and receive kind of thing. So maybe you're helping them and they're helping you. So generally it means like community as well. So like it's usually more than one person that's helping you. So it could be like a big body, so like a church, or you know, like a bigger institution, or it could be just like a lot of people around you. So that's that. So what is your future looking like? How is your future looking like? I smell poo, I think. I finish the reading and then I go hunt for poo. Whoa! Major Arcana! The lovers! You got the lovers. Is that female presenting nipples? the lovers! So Major Arcana, it means that, you know, big things are happening. Big things are being exerted on your life. This is so interesting. But I think the best way I can interpret this is like, so like number one, it could be what you see on its face, which is union, romance, and like deep soul connection, right? And like relationships. So it could mean that in terms of establishing yourself, like you could meet somebody. So there's that. I don't really like that interpretation. I think the way that I would interpret it is more along the balance side of things. So I think ultimately what this means is like you're kind of in a place where you're getting help, and there's a bit of a flow into like this period of balance and unity. So I think what it could mean is that like you end up making a choice. You end up making a choice that's going to lead to a period of balance in your life that's going to help you hit your stride. And maybe, yeah, it'll help you towards the path of romance if that's something that you're interested in. But I think there's like this strong pointing towards like two forces that are working together to create harmony. So that is what your establishing yourself future is looking like. And then let's get a little bit of advice from the cards. So the 10 of Wands. This one is one of my favorites because I think it's really clear. So even if you don't read the text, I think you can really see this image of somebody who's carrying a big burden on their own. And again, it's emotional in nature, right? Intelligence and emotion. So I think what it means is that be careful about burning out. So it kind of seems like you're working really, really hard right now to get from here to here. But it might be that you're carrying too many burdens on your own. And there's all of these responsibilities that are heaping onto you. And you're running the risk of some burnout. So you're going to want to make sure that like you don't, that you give yourself rest, that you don't continue to carry those burdens forever on your own. I think this Lovers card makes a little bit more sense now, because I think what it could also be pointing towards is like to give and receive help, the same way that this card is saying. So don't try to do everything on your own. Try to find harmony somewhere with somebody, and like, you know, get a roommate. I'm only half kidding, but you know, try to make sure that you're kind of like divulging to the people around you, friends and family, about the burdens and distributing it so that you can hit that balance. Ta-da! Ultimately, I think the Lovers is the big influence, and like, sorry, I think I do have an interpretation for it, but it's really vibey. I don't know if I explained it well enough, but this is the major arcana in your hand, so I would pay attention to it. Big things are coming! Big things are coming in your future! Thank you for playing! Yippee! Yes! Kuro, are you still here? The next one I wanted to do was Kuro, but I don't know if he's existing. Kuro, Kuro, Kuro. Hi, do you have a question to ask the cards? So we'll do Kuro, we'll do Aurora, and then we'll do Yunjong. I'm feeling sniped by the cards given I started the reading by I work too much. Don't blame the cards. They're doing their best to help you. I swear to God, if the dog pooed in my living room. The smell is gone, so it could just be that she farted near me. How about finding my own place? Oh, like in 2026? Yeah, we could read a little bit about that. Like, how can you, like, what can you do in order to help you find your own place, right? Or get into a situation where you can have your own place? Okay, okay. But given the state that you're from, I worry about that. Weren't you gonna do a poo hunt first? Yeah, I guess I should. Alright. Connect with the cards while I go do a poo hunt. Come! Come! You will stay here, nasty creatures. Chaos. Okay. Okay. Hi. Cleaned poo, then washed my hands. Grr. I knew I smelt something. I think like sometimes I'm like, oh, the good part about living in such a small apartment, it's like 500 square feet, is when issues happen, I can detect it right away. But the downside is when issues happen, I can detect it right away. Okay. So Kuro's living situation. So we're gonna do his current state, problems he may encounter as he tries to find a place of his own, and some advice. The current problems, advice. Okay. Is there a reading going to stay, or is it subathon and dedicated stream only? Oh, it'll stay. I don't see why not. But like when you redeem it, I won't be able to immediately do it. Like I'll have to wait till another stream because I can't always turn on hand cam. But okay, Kuro, where would you like to draw from? Top, middle, bottom, and top, middle, bottom. A one-bedroom apartment around me starts around $1,200 a month. Yo, that's about what it costs around me too, I think. But in CAD, so like a one-bedroom's about 2,000, 2,100 maybe, 2,200. I'm glad you guys seem to like the tarot card readings. It brings me joy. Beginning, middle, end. Like a story. Aww! They're so cute. Alright, beginning. Middle. End. What if I get an off-kai booth just so that I can do tarot card readings? Okay. Alright, let's do it together, guys. Cards, oh cards. Please tell me, how much success will Kuro have in getting a place of his own? And please give us some advice so that he can succeed. Thank you very much. Beam! Okay. Alright, what is Kuro's current situation like? Card open! Ba-ba-da-ba! Queen of Swords! Swords is a fire suite. The suite of motivation and passion. So overall speaking, I think it's a pretty good card to draw. What the Queen of Swords here kind of means is that like, so first of all, we can talk about the fact that it's the queen, that it's like you're at the end of your like cycle of motivation, I should say. So it's kind of at the point where like you are feeling very motivated, it's kind of burning up a little bit, and you're ready to jump into something new. It's also giving me a little bit about yourself. It means that you're pretty honest, you're fair. You know what it is that you want, which is, I guess it's that you want a place of your own. It also says that like, as a person, you are a very independent individual, which I guess would imply to me that you would succeed, or you'd be doing very well if you did have a place of your own. Okay? And then in the future, what does it look like in terms of getting a new place? Two of Wands! Da, 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 da. Our air sign. Ooh, interesting. So the Two of Wands is a card of choice. So generally it means that you're taking the first steps into something new. So that actually could be getting a new place, Kuro. But it's also a card of a little bit of like deliberating. So it's not like super freeing, but rather it's a card of like, should I stay or should I go? Literally, that's what it is. So maybe you're actually a little bit on the fence about getting a place of your own because like you kind of feel like you want it, but there's also things holding you back to where you are currently. It might just be that it's comfortable. It might just be that it's more convenient. But that choice, like you're on the precipice of making that choice, but you actually haven't fully prepared to leave your comfort zone yet. So that's what it's saying about your future. Hi, Mikamori. Thank you. I also think my cards are pretty. So in terms of advice, you're pulling the Six of Wands. So it's basically saying, it's basically telling you that like, so the Six of Wands is a card of like success and achievement and victory. So I think it's trying to tell you, because you got wands here and here, that like you have the potential to be successful, but right now you're pretty chained back by maybe what sounds like it's just too comfortable and too convenient where you are right now in order to like get where you want to go. But you know where you want to go. You've decided where it is that you want to go. You're just not willing to take on that risk. So you're just like hanging on there. So it's saying that like you very well could be successful. You just haven't made that leap yet. So maybe it's time to think about it and see if it's right for you. That seems to be the advice. Hello, Mika. Have you been tarot card reading for a while or recently? I literally started last week. I don't know what any of these cards mean, but I'm doing my best. Doing my ultimate best. OMG, and my dog is barking in the background. Not a relaxing ambiance at all. Thank you so much for asking for the reading. My bad tarot card reading. I hope it meant something, but I could also just be talking out of my ass, so I don't know. Okay. Next thing. That has been my issue with the whole finding a new place. Oh, really? That it's like too comfortable where you are right now? I get that though. I think like for me, it took a long time for me to decide I wanted to move out. Took a really long time. All right, let's do Aurora next. Aurora, what question would you like to ask? Tofu, hi, how's it going? Guys, it's my artist friend Tofu. How are you, beloved Tofu? Have you been doing lots of art? I saw you were streaming a bit a while ago. I've been with my parents and it's not only comfortable, but with my mental, it helps to have others there to keep me accountable. Sokka. But you know, I also feel like it's a very Western thing to have like this mentality. You have to move out. There's a lot of people in Asian culture who don't move out until they're like married. I took a 3-hour-long nap. I don't know where am I. You're in my stream looking at me doing tarot card reading. Oh my gosh, Miffy's being a menace. Miffy! Come here! I hear her coming. Come! Don't peek at me over the bed. Come here! Good. Sometimes she comes over and then she just peeks her head out over the top because she's like, Nani, what do you want? And I'm like, grr. Okay. Alright, guys, let's do Aurora's reading. Oh, good night, Godi. Thanks for coming. I've been feeling lost in my career and private life. Every day feels like a new wall to climb over, and rest feels far in between. Let's read up on the outlook for next year. Oh, no. Let's do it. Let's read about your 2026. So I'm going to do the usual reading I do for 2026, which is your present state, your issues that you might have, and then unblock hers for the issues. Okay? Or actually, let's do just predict. So let's do past, present, future, and advice. I think that would probably be the best. Where would you like to draw from in a 3-card deck? Top, middle, bottom? If I do it like this, tell me where in the deck you would like to draw from. I love your nails. Thank you. They're Christmas themed. You can draw from the top, the middle, the bottom, 7 from the top, 3 from the bottom. Top, bottom, bottom. Okay, Roger. Top, bottom, bottom. Okay. Okay. Cards, oh cards. Please help us understand what is Aurora's 2026 going to be like, and how can he make it better? Thank you, thank you. Beam! Okay. So Aurora's present. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. The 7 of Pentacles is a card of hard work. So Pentacles, again, it points towards material wealth and kind of like more like the physical things around you. Also an earth sign, so it's like very grounded. So it kind of means that right now you're in the middle of a cycle of perseverance and hard work. You've had to kind of sustain that patience for a long time. So doing the same thing for a long time, over and over and over again. And you haven't seen a lot of reward in the last while. All you've seen is a lot of waiting and a lot of hard working. So that's kind of what the 7 of Pentacles is. It's also a card of planning. So it might be that you've spent the last while planning for something major. But like overall speaking, it's like gaman. Do you know the word gaman? It's like long-term investments and sustaining yourself. So that's your current situation. In terms of how 2026 is looking, oh, you get a lot of Pentacles, which makes sense to me because you're a very grounded person. But it's the 3 of Pentacles. So that's really interesting because like instead of progressing in number, you actually go backwards from 7 to 3. So the 3 of Pentacles is, oh, it's a card of shared goals. Interesting. So it might mean that like in 2026, you end up collaborating with other people in order to realize some shared goals. It could also mean that you find some support in the form of teamwork from some forces in your life. So it could be in work. Could also be just like support that you receive from your community, but generally Pentacles means something kind of like more physical in nature, a little bit more concrete to your day-to-day life. I think this is kind of interesting because like you go from the 7 of Pentacles, which is like working hard and waiting and not being able to like reap the benefits of your hard work, into a card of like teamwork and collaboration and having to pool energy. Okay. So some sort of collaborative venture. Interesting. And then the cards are giving you some advice, which kita! The Fool. Aurora, your number just keeps going backwards. You went 7, 3, then 1. You're regressing. The Fool is a card of new beginnings. It also means a little bit of originality, fresh hope, and taking a leap of faith, something to do with new paths and spontaneity. So I think what it's telling you is that you've been holding on for a long time, you've been working hard, haven't really seen the fruits of your hard work. And then 2026 actually to me, it looks like more work. So in terms of like the Three of Pentacles, teamwork, really ultimately, it means there's going to be more figures in your life who are doing the work with you, but it doesn't really point towards like a reprieve from the work that you've already been doing. The cards are giving you some advice, which is that you need some spontaneity in your life. So, which is that like, you need a little bit of hope. So it's telling you that there might be an opportunity to take a leap of faith into something brand new, something that's different from what you have been working at for the last while. And if that's what happens, maybe you should consider taking it, because it might be a fresh start for you, and it might also be kind of like a glimmer of hope, I guess, for kind of like your future prospects. These two are kind of like minor arcana, right? Like they're the sweets, but this one's the major arcana. So I think the cards really want you to pay attention to this advice that they're giving you. The Fool is wonderful. I think it's actually a really awesome card. It's one of my favorites. I love that it's a card of taking new chances. So a new opportunity, something fresh. I hope that means something to you, Aurora. I don't really know if it if it does anything, but I'm gonna actually look up the Three of Pentacles in my book and see if like they have any additional advice. Ah, here it is. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it means drawing on collaborations, diverse skill sets, getting advice, and feeling like a team, or it can also mean love at work, apparently, as like a romance thing. My boss man did tell me he's preparing me to be promoted next year, so more work and responsibilities for same pay. No wonder the cards are saying just more collaboration, la. No reprieve, just more collaboration. Oh, it's telling you to take a leap of faith. A leap of faith. Well, thank you for playing, Aurora. I'm sad to hear that you've been trudging along like that, though. I hope that coming and hanging out a little bit now and then is at least a tiny bit relaxing. I want all of you guys to be well, you know? I worry. You gotta go on vacation. Oh, I heard a door. Sue? Hi, welcome home. I'm on my last tarot reading. My last tarot reading. Welcome home. Okay, have a nice shower. Okay, guys. I think it's my last one. Is Yunjong still here? Because he has to ask me a question for me to do this. Yunjong. Ah! Stuff's falling. Last tarot. Final tarot. No problem if they're not here. We'll just have to keep them on the list for next time. But I'll give them a few minutes to come back. Or Tensei, if you're here. I know they're kind of in and out. Tarot reading is so intriguing. Is it hard to learn? It's not at all. I learned in maybe an hour. I'm like super discount tarot card reader. You got them in the Discord? Oh, arigato. Good time to sippy before the final reading. Good point. I should have some water. As in recorded, not the question. Ah, yeah, it's okay. I understand. I got that, Supergirl. You've been modding for me a long time now. I can understand what you're saying inherently. Maybe Zhaoren is here? Because he also walked in earlier. Zhaoren, are you here? As a non-professional, it's easy to pick up. It's mostly intuition what the cards speak to you. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I just vibe it. Why go and pay for a tarot reading when you can just keep watching Seol and earn points to get a reading? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, other people out there are just better at doing the readings, so it's just vibe readings. I think tarot is good because like all it is like it's helping you, I think, come up with your own answer. Oh, by the way, I read me and Sue's love life and it was banging. It was such an awesome reading and she don't even care. She don't even care. I was like, look, babe, we basically got a reading that said that we're soulmates and we're gonna love each other forever and that, you know, we're a divine matchup from God. Like, that's what I got. And she was like, you know, her reaction? It was just, oh, cool. And I was like complaining. I was like, huh, you don't care at all that the cards think that we're a matchup from God? She's like, no, I think it's neat. The only answer I need is that Seol and Sue are cracked. Okay, I'll take it that Tensei does not want a tarot reading. Okay, then. Shall we do a reading for myself then as the last reading since Yunjong didn't show back up and Zhaoren seems busy? So I'll tell you a little bit of what's going on in my life. But I've been crying a lot about my job because I'm having a really hard time at work because my boss sucks. So I'm gonna pull one card for myself that helps me understand what I need to do from here and what I need to be like in order to get promoted into a new, different job away from my current boss. Okay, guys? Are we ready? Alright, I'm gonna vibe it. Cards, cards. How do I succeed at getting a new job with more pay and more stability, but away from my boss? Yeah. This one. Ah! The Nine of Pentacles. We've seen this one before. This one's the card of opportunity. It's telling me that I need to be self-sufficient, have more self-worth, but that my efforts are going to be rewarded. Yatta! So it's telling me to keep applying, I think. I'm gonna go apply everywhere and they're gonna give me a promotion, but maybe not at my current place. Yeah! Yay! Yatta! It's true, I have been applying a lot, mostly to promotional opportunities. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming to my silly tarot card readings. I had a really good time. I still have a few people on the list, so I might reach out to them because I don't know when I'm going to do a tarot card reading again. Maybe towards Christmas or maybe in the new year. But I'll see if they want me to record one for them or if they want me to just do it on stream next time. So Thank you guys so much for coming. It was a lot of fun. Good night. I'll go raid somebody. Ciao, ciao. Thanks for coming to my vibes. Good night. Safe travels. Travel safe. Boop.